Well, hello angels and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a book video. If you couldn't tell by the title, we're just gonna jump really straight in because why not? I am gonna apologize for this angle, but I'm not gonna sort it out. So I need to film. There's so much to do on my to-do list today. Hold on. As I was saying, there's so much to do on my to-do list today, and I'm actually getting like through it, so it's not that bad. So yeah, that but there's still so much to do. I didn't do any work. I don't think I did any Friday. Definitely didn't do any Saturday. I don't think. Sunday out of the question, and yesterday was Monday. Definitely didn't do any then because I was at uni all day and then I came home and that. I've also got some small business stuff to sort out because I sent these bracelets to Australia like on the 11th and it's now the 30th and they haven't arrived and I do not have the money to refund them. So I need to get those remade and send out. The reason I don't have the money to refund them is because I've spent it and I'm broke. So I do have supplies, so I'm gonna try and remake those and get them sent out as soon as possible, because they definitely should have arrived in Australia by now. And if they get two of the same bracelets, it's fine, I don't care. But that I need to sort out, so I'm not bothering to move this camera right now because I do not have time for that, because then I'd have to rearrange my desk to do that and it's not happening. But I do want to show you my nails, they're little Christmas lights. So today's video is the books that I read in the month of November. Let me grab them for you. It's so weird to think that it's December tomorrow. The day you're seeing this, it's December. It feels like November started last week. I don't really know. I don't know where the month's gone. My dad scared me the other day. I can't remember what we were talking about. And my dad was like, oh, April's not that far. And I was like, hold on. If April's not far, that means May's not far. And I graduate in May. I finish uni in May. So can we not just like do that, please? Because I need to do work and it's just not happening. So can we just not like wish away the months? I do want May to come because I do want to finish uni and I do want to turn 21. But that being also said, I do have loads of work to do before then. So can we just not say, because I don't know what life after uni means for me. I don't remember the last time I wasn't in it. Obviously I don't remember the last time I wasn't in education. So we're just not going to think about that. That aside, let's get into these books, shall we? I don't really remember what I rated these. Let me go look at that. The first book that I read in November was The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Leonie Taylor. I think that's how I read that right. Yeah. So this book, I'm not a massive fantasy reader. That's not really what I read, I would say. But I saw these and I thought I would get them and read them and see what they were like. So this book is the first one in the series. It was alright. It was okay. So it's about this girl who has two lives. So she has one where she's in the normal human life. She lives in Prague. She goes to school. The other side is like more a supernatural side, and she basically works for this guy and brings him teeth. Sounds really weird. That's kind of the gist of this book. I quite liked the story of this one. However, it did take me a really long time to get through it. I did start this book in October and finish it in November because it took me too long to read it. But it's not that great. So do I like the cover? I'm gonna have to say yes. I absolutely love this cover. I think it's just beautiful. I love this. So do I like the writing style? I quite liked how it was written, to be honest. I won't lie. It was okay, you know. Yeah, I did quite like that writing style. Do I relate to the characters? See, this one I feel like I'm gonna have to say, actually I'm gonna say yes, because I relate to her in the way that she's trying to balance, or the main character. I feel like I relate to her in the sense that she's trying to do too many things at one time. I am very much the person that if I'm sitting down and doing nothing, I feel really guilty about the stuff that I could be doing. A lot of the time it is I should be doing something and I can't be bothered, but some of the time I'm just sitting there and I feel like I have so many things to do, and I'm very much in the same way that we put too much on our plate, so in that way I do. Did it make me feel something? No, I'm gonna say no, because it just really didn't. No. And would I recommend it? I mean, I might recommend it to like fantasy readers, but like I wouldn't try and convince, say, some of my friends that don't read fantasy to read fantasy from this book. So maybe. So that's 3.5 stars, which isn't good, but it's not bad, but it's not good either. Now, on to the second book that I read in November. We have Days of Blood and Starlight by Aliani Taylor, which is the second one in the trilogy, you know. This book took me forever to read. I don't know what it is. I read probably about 3 to 4 hours a day, which means I should be able to get through books fairly quickly. However, I could not get through this book. It's just not it. The story of it is great, but the overall, no. It's just, I don't know what it is. The way it's written, it's just takes too long, and they've added too many characters that I don't think makes sense to the story. It's just not it. So let's just get into it. So do I like the cover? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I mean, look at that. I don't know who's designed this cover, but it's amazing. So I'm gonna have to say yes, I like the cover. Do I like the writing style? Kind of. I mean, it's not terrible, but it could be better. I think it's a good story, but I just don't think that it's written. I feel like loads of this could have been cut out and written at a faster pace, for me personally. But you know, so do I relate to the characters? Again, I relate to her in a sense that she's trying to carry on too many things at once, but other than that, not really. Did it make me feel something? No. I like the story. This is also bugs me that I like the story, but I don't like the way it was written. So it took me ages to get through it. And would I recommend it? Absolutely not. Probably not. Because it's a great story, but it's just not for me. So that's a great 3 stars. And I'm surprised. The next book I read in November was Gods of Dreams and Monsters by Leonie Taylor. So this was better than the second one, I will say that. But still not great, to be honest with you. There's just something missing. They added too many characters and didn't explain why they were there. They waited till the end. I'm all for a good twist, but if you're writing something that's got over 600 pages, you need to bring them in quicker and tell why they're there, because I'm not waiting that long for a fantasy book to tell me why someone's the main character of the book. It wasn't really greatly written. So, you know, do I like the cover? I love this cover, I'm not gonna lie. I think they're all beautiful, so that's great, I guess. Do I like the writing style? I'm gonna have to say no, because not really. I hate saying bad things about books, but it's just not, it's not it for me. It's not there. I wish that it was, because I feel like the story is good. Do I relate to the characters? I'm gonna say I relate to her again, because I do in a sense relate to the characters, but you know, did it make me feel something? I'm gonna say no again. I don't think so. It made me want it to be over. Does that count? And would I recommend it? Probably not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably not. You might like these books, but they're just not for me. I definitely won't be reading these again, to be honest with you. So the next book we have, I actually like this one, is The Opposite of Butterfly Hunting by Ivana Lynch. So you'll probably know Ivana. She is probably best known for being Luna Lovegood in the Harry Potter series. So I can think of it then. This is actually an autobiography. It's a memoir. I loved this book. So this book follows her story and her eating disorder, and then going into the Harry Potter world and her eating disorder after. So it does mainly focus on her eating disorder. One thing that I love about this book is that not once through the whole story does she mention numbers. From someone also, like, I used to have an eating disorder. If I had read those numbers, it would have been very triggering for me to read that. But she doesn't include any numbers from how she, like, what she weighed and all that, which I really, really love. I did just do a podcast episode on this. I don't think I've ever talked about that. So I recently started a podcast for books to go more in depth with them. So it's called Rachel's Bookish Library. It's on Spotify. That's the only place it is at the moment. I will leave it linked down below. But yeah, my second episode was on this, which goes up the same day as this at the same time. So yes, so I love this book. I am not going to answer the questions on this book because I just feel like it doesn't really apply to, because it's a memoir, it's non-fiction. I just don't really think that applies for me personally. So I'm not going to do that. However, this book is 5 stars for me. I couldn't put it down. It was such a really, really good book. It definitely got me out of the reading slump after reading those 3 books. It definitely got me out of that reading slump, which I'm really, really grateful for. But also I love this cover. It is signed. So this book I picked up so I was in at the end of October. I was in London for Cinderella, and I kind of wanted the book, but they didn't have it, or I didn't find it in Piccadilly Waterstones. And then when I was in Brighton Town for Heather's, and I went into Waterstones and they had it in there and it was signed, I feel like I just had to get it. And I'm really, really glad that I did pick this up, because I would recommend this book to anyone who likes Ivana, who likes Harry Potter, or just wants to read this. But I would say, if you may find people talking about an eating disorder and reading all like the gruesome details of one, I would definitely not recommend this book for you if it may be triggering. I will say that there was parts in it that got to me. It was very hard to read at times. But yeah, so if this book's maybe triggering for you, don't read it. But if not, then I would definitely recommend that. My migraine won't go away, so that's great. So the last book that I read in November, I can't remember the month apparently, is The Magpie Society, Two for Sorrow by Zoe Sarg and Amy McCulloch. So this book came out last week. It's Wednesday. It was supposed to be released last Thursday, and I got it on Wednesday. So I've had this book a week, and I was still reading that book, The Opposite of Butterfly Hunting, when I got this. I actually started this book 2 days ago, and I finished it last night. So I started on the 27th and I finished it on the 29th. It is kind of a short one. So this is the second in a trilogy for Magpie Society. The first one's called One for Sorrow. I absolutely love this book, more than I thought I would. At times it was confusing because I couldn't remember what happened in the first one, but I really, really wanted to read this. It kept me gripped the whole way through. That's probably why I finished it in 2 days. When I don't actually get that much time for reading at the moment because of uni. But can we talk about this? I mean, it's amazing. honestly. And the massive twist at the end, if they don't write a third book, I'm gonna be sad, because I need the third one. I know this did just come out and Zoe now has a baby, but if they want to write another one for me, or even just me, you know, or just tell me how it ends, you know, just tell me more of the story. I need to know. So let's get into this book. So this book, give you a quick story, follows this girl called Audrey and Ivy. It splits between the two characters in the chapters. Each chapter's a different person, you know what I mean. And they follow on from the Illumin Hall, like, boarding school they go to, and they find that the school is going to be sold, and they try and, Magpie Society gets kind of like reopens, I don't know, but that's basically kind of the synopsis of the story. So do I like the cover? I love this cover. There's just so many details to it that is just absolutely beautiful, and I love shimmer, so that's also a plus. Do I like the writing style? I absolutely love the way that this is written, because it's in first person as well. That makes me get more into the story, and it splits between two different people in first person, which could be confusing at times, but the people that's talking is written in the corner, so it's, you know, I loved how this was written, I won't lie to you. Yeah, so did I relate to the characters? Yes. I know what it's like to be in sixth form in school, and friendships and things going wrong with that. Not that I've ever been to a boarding school or been bullied or had to join a society like this, but I definitely did do, wow, my migraine's really playing with me. I definitely did relate to the characters and all the drama they were going through. Did it make me feel something? It definitely did. It made me anxious. I don't know if that's the right word, but it made me anticipated for the next thing to come in the book. I say it's quite a fast-paced book. A lot of the time I was skipping along to the end of the page to see what happens, which I can't help myself from doing. I have no willpower with that. At times, especially near the end, I had to like cover it with my hands so I didn't ruin it for myself. And would I recommend it? Yes, go read this. Read the first one first. You definitely need to read the first one. But I could not recommend this more. Go read it. So that is a 5-star book, you know. So I need to go work some more. My migraine is kicking my ass right now. But I don't have any painkillers and I'm not leaving the house. So I'm just going to suffer for now. I am about to take a break because it is lunchtime. I'm going to take a break, I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to get back with some work. So, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe it down below. All my socials are always linked down below. I will also link my podcast if you wanted to listen to that, because if you're watching this, you'll really like books, so I will leave that linked down below. There is only 2 episodes at the moment, but I do plan to do 1 a week, so bear with me with those. But yeah, so thanks again for watching, all my love angels, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!